What is going on today, guys? It is Smitty and we are back with another racing video. We are going to be heading to Auburndale this time. It's going to be my first time ever going to that track, and once again it is a small track just like the previous video at Citrus. So that race, the truck was decent in practice, and then we went to qualifying and everybody picked up the pace, and I picked up the pace by like 1 or 2 tenths, and obviously wasn't enough. And then going into the race, the car was decent. We were able to hang with them for about half the race, and then it got super tight. The truck would not turn, and then come to find out, we brought it back home. We found out the tie rod bolt was loose on it. So it was causing the wheel to obviously not stay stable. It's causing it not to turn whatsoever in the corners. So we took care of that. We also have a completely new spring setup in the front, because we were running the spring setup that we run at New Smyrna, which obviously you're going a lot faster. So that wasn't going to cut it. So we put new spring setup, redid some of the geometry in the front, and checked everything on the scale, so it should be a lot better this time for the small tracks. So I am super excited to go run this thing today. It is Friday, so we're gonna go there for their practice night. So we're not running around on Saturday trying to figure out what's going on, so we can be a little bit more comfortable for the race. And hopefully everything goes good for us this weekend and we can get a decent finish and learn a lot. So we made the 2-hour drive and we are officially here. The track looks a lot smaller than what I was expecting. It's definitely a lot smaller than what I'm used to compared to New Smyrna. This thing's like a little quarter midget track. I'm so excited to get on this thing and finally learn how to drive these smaller tracks a little bit better. We just got done with our practice night. We went out, we did 3 sessions. First session, we went out there and kind of just got the gist of the track, the layout, the feel, because once again, I've never been here. So it's huge, steep learning curve once again. So I went out there, got the feel for it. It was too loose. So second session, we tightened it up, made some wedge adjustments, and tried to get it honed in a little bit. It was better. I was able to get on the gas more, and we were able to actually get to the chip. And then, so for the third practice session, we made an aggressive air pressure adjustment and adjust the wedge a little bit, and it finally gave me the feel I was needing. I was able to drive in and drive off and get kind of that hooked up feeling, and actually drive the truck and feel somewhat comfortable. So then we were hitting the chip too early now, so I think we're gonna go up maybe 100, 200 on the chip, and we should be good chip wise. And then maybe fine tune it a little bit tomorrow. We're gonna try not to do too much practice because we are on the tires from Citrus, which are already probably 60, 70 laps old. Now they're probably close to 80 laps old, but we're not sure how these tires are going to really react throughout the day tomorrow since they are older, because once again, we have no real books on these tires. Because it's different from what we run in New Smyrna. So excited to see how it all pans out tomorrow, and hopefully we can be at least mid-pack. That'll be a win for us, especially for never being at this racetrack. So it is currently race day here at Auburndale, and we have a strong field of trucks. There's about 22 trucks that showed up to race tonight, so it's a pretty stout field. A lot of good trucks, a lot of fast trucks. We went out for one set of practice out of the two because I don't really want to burn the tires off too much. What we're doing is we're throwing 2 new right sides on to get through the night, and once again, this is going to be a 50 lap event. The truck was a little bit tighter than it was last night when we ended practice, so we think we're going to loosen it up a little bit for qualifying. From what it says, we're going to get 5 laps of qualifying, 2 trucks on the track at once. So hopefully we can improve our time a couple of tenths, because we are off quite a bit at the moment compared to the top half of the field. So that's our goal, and hopefully we can get a good qualifying run here. So we just finished up our round of qualifying. Our 4th lap ended up being our fastest, and we picked up 4.5 tenths. So huge improvement from what we were running yesterday and today. Every single time the truck has hit the track, we've gained tenths, and the truck has been better. We have 22 trucks, so I think the pace is going to be a lot slower than what everybody's qualifying, because it's going to be kind of a traffic jam. And I think if you're somewhat decent and can hold your own, you should be able to move up in the field and get a decent finishing position. So that's the goal. Keep the fenders on it, because from what I hear, it gets pretty nasty here sometimes. So we're just gonna keep the fenders on it, try and stay safe, and see if we can get a decent finish here. With 22 trucks, if we can get a top 10 or even 10th, will be huge for the first time coming here. Pretty much everybody that's in the field has raced here multiple times before, so I'm kind of the oddball out. So hopefully we can get a decent finish here and stay out of trouble. just got done with our first ever race at Auburndale, and man, this place is a war zone. Every single lap, you're fighting for something, trying to keep somebody off you. I definitely went to school. It was a lot of fun learning. Kept on going to the outside just to get some spots, just so we could maybe cut down and hold our own. Yeah, huge wake-up call. This place is crazy. We were a little off on the setup. A couple laps in, the truck started getting tight, so then it was kind of wanting to snap a little bit off, but completely different truck, short track wise, that we had at Citrus, would not turn at all. So huge gains today. We ended up going another 10th faster in the race, even with everybody in front of us. So I think if we learn how to drive the track a little bit better and figure out these short tracks and then get our setup a little bit better, I think we'll be right up there in the mix. Honestly, I think we might switch it over to a manual too. That way the response is quick. We have an automatic right now. What everybody's telling us, the manual is the way to go, especially at these small tracks, because the response time is like on the flip of a dime. So I think that's what's next for us. I'm glad we made it out unscathed. We got a little bit of a battle scar on the right side, a little bit of fiberglass work to do, but compared to what other people got, I'm happy with it. It's rolling in the trailer. I learned a ton, so can't wait to go to our next race. We might be back here next month for a twin 50 lap, but not sure yet. So till next time, guys.